Today is Tuesday, whatever, the 20 whatever. What is it today? Not that you guys care, but it's Tuesday the 23rd at 12:30. I just got back from cleaning the apartment that I clean every other Tuesday. That's why I'm flushed. I look like I've been out in the sun. Nope, just flushed from cleaning that damn apartment. Anywho, I wanted to do a little story time with Grammy Debbie. Just something that I thought was weird / funny. And just an example of how sometimes you're forced to go on a adventure that you really had no desire to go on. So, yesterday on Monday, I had to go to the doctor. I had to go to my orthopedic surgeon, get a cortisone injection in my foot. I don't have a car, so my insurance company provides transportation to any medical stuff I need to do. Lovely. Anywho, so I scheduled the transportation. He called me the night before and was, telling me, do you mind if I come a little early? And a lot of times you're not in this vehicle by yourself. Sometimes they take you and another person, sometimes you and two people, however many they can fit in their vehicle. So that can get hectic because, everybody's got to get to their appointment. Hopefully the driver has looked at the times and knows he's got time to get everybody where they need to be on time. But he wanted to pick me up a little bit early. And I was the one person, it was going to be me and two other people. I was the one person that my appointment was the latest. Theirs was like 8, and I want to say 8:30, 9, and then mine was at 10. So to get to my 10 o'clock appointment, he wanted to pick me up at 6:45. Now I get it because where I live in a little small country town, and we had to go to the city. So, it's a ways, and at that time in the morning, so much traffic, so I got it. So I was like, yeah, no problem. So he says, okay, I'm going to call you. Don't wait outside. It's going to be dark, blah, blah, blah. Nice guy. So he says, when I get there, I'll just call you and you can come down. So that's what he does. He calls me. I come down. He's outside his car smoking a cigarette. And he'd already picked up one of the girls and she was in the back seat. I was like, okay, I'm going to get in the front seat. And so I did. And I'm me, hi, good morning. And she was very nice. Hi, how are you? And then we started talking about how he's standing out there smoking a cigarette. We're all trying to get to our appointments. And he's out there smoking a cigarette. But I was like, yeah, I get it. I used to be a smoker a long time ago. I get it. It doesn't bother me. He knows he's got to get us to our things on time. I'm sure he's aware. So we were talking about smoking and stuff and how I used to smoke. I smoked from the age of 15 to 30. And then I quit at 30 because my kids were bugging me. So I quit smoking. And she says, yeah, it's so hard to do to quit smoking. She said, but I was forced to quit smoking. Now I've only been in the car maybe 3 minutes. She said, I had to quit. I was forced to quit because I was in prison. What do you say to that? So I said, oh, you can't smoke in prison? Oh no, I've never been in prison. She's like, no. I said, oh, I thought when you guys went outside or whatever. She's like, no, you can't smoke in prison. She said, some people do and they take a risk, and those people that have them. They'll sell you a cigarette for $10. She says, I wasn't paying $10 for a cigarette. And then on top of that, if you get caught, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking, man, that's odd. I would never. 3 minutes of meeting somebody, tell them I was in prison. So anyway, so I'm like, okay. But she was nice. We were chit-chatting, talking. He gets in. He's, I think, picked her up multiple times, so they seemed real buddy. I'm going to try not to make this a 2-hour story, okay, you guys? So we go. We had one more person to pick up. It was an old man. We picked him up, and we're all just chit-chatting, and she's talking about, she's telling a story of the weekend and what happened and what, you know, they had a party and what went on at the party, lots of shenanigans. And I'm like, okay, now I see, because you know, birds of a feather, right? Now I see how she ended up in prison. I didn't ask her, you know, what she did. I didn't ask. I don't want to know. But when she's telling that story, I'm like, okay, birds of a feather, I could see. And her being, she needs to start getting smart and staying out of that environment, if you will. Anywho, so he drops her off first. And then it's only like 7. No. He drops her off. It's like 8. So now he's like, do you want me, because my doctor was pretty much right there. He said, do you want me to go ahead and drop you, or do you want to go with me to drop him off since it's so early? You got 2 hours. I said, I know. I said, no, I'll just go with you for the ride, and I don't want to go this early. And he said, okay. So we ride, take the old man to the dentist, which was a ways to go to the dentist. We dropped him off, and then after he gets out, the guy gets out again to smoke a cigarette. Then he gets back in, and we head back to my doctor. Okay, great. He drops me off. I was like 45 minutes early, and they took me in early. So he tells me, now when you're done, because I have an app, and usually the app will tell you, here's a link, and when you're ready to go home, click the link, and we'll send somebody. He's like, don't do that. He said, just, you got my number in your phone, just text me that you're done. He said, I'm going to stay in this area, and I'm going to get you and that other girl, and I'm going to take y'all back home. I don't care. As long as I get home, I don't care. Kinda. So Jersey. So that's what I did. I wasn't in. Sorry, you guys. Jersey. I can't use my little clicker to pause. It'll cut me off. Go lay down, ma'am. I'm trying to make a video. The people don't want to hear you barking. Ma'am, go lay down. Go on. I'm so sorry, you guys. So he comes, he picks me up. He already had picked her up. They had already stopped at frickin' 7-Eleven, and they had snacks. So he starts driving. He pulls into a 7-Eleven. I'm like, what are we doing? But maybe he was thirsty. I don't know. So she asked, well, why are you stopping here? He says, because you weren't able to get your icy over there at the other 7-Eleven, so maybe they have it here. Go see. So whatever, I thought that was kind of nice of him that he would make that extra stop so she could have her special icy. So she went in, they had it, she got it, she come back. So now he pulls out of there, and he says, he goes just like maybe 2 blocks, and he pulls into a Burger King. Now I'm like, what are we doing? You know, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I gotta pee. So he backs into a shaded spot at Burger King. He's like, hold on, y'all. Let me get out here and call this girl so she leave me alone. I'm like, I had no idea. I was lost. So, and then the girl, she must have been clued in before they picked me up, because she's like, yeah, go ahead, take care of that. So he gets out, it's on his phone, whatever, right? Gets back in the car. We drive across the street to a Rooms to Go. He parks over there. And he's just like, where's this girl? Where's this girl at? I'm working. I don't got time for this. And, you know, and the girl's in the back talking like she knows what he's talking about. I'm clueless. So then he sees this car and he's like, there she is. He gets out of his car. Well, he reaches up in his visor and pulls out the biggest roll of money I've ever seen. And he gets out and he goes to the girl's car. While he's there, now the girl's telling me, you know, she's kind of filling me in, but not like telling me what's going on. She's just talking like I knew what was going on. She's like, I can't believe he's got to, you know, meet up with his landlord every month and pay, you know, hand them the money, and that's so crazy. And so I'm like, okay, he's paying his rent. But it was crazy, you know, so I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I've rented my whole life. I've never had to hand deliver the money. And so then he gets back in the car and we go home. But I don't know, that was strange. And like when you book a ride, not every time, but most times they'll tell you, they'll say, so-and-so's coming to get you. And sometimes they'll even tell you the make and model of the car and the color and what time they'll be there. And I don't know. He was a nice enough guy. But that was, you're at work. You know, we shouldn't have to run around town with you to pay your rent and stuff. Anyways, you guys, that's all. I thought it was strange. But I'm ready to relax. I'm glad I've got that apartment out of the way. I can't believe how flushed I am. So now I'm done with that apartment for 2 more weeks. I'm glad. And I'm just ready to relax and rest my foot. I'll be resting my foot. And that's another thing, because every time I get a cortisone injection in my foot, I feel like this camera angle is weird. But anyways, I touched something, you guys. Anyways, yeah, so sorry guys. I'm almost done with the video and now I'm worried about the angle. So yeah, so every time I get an injection in that foot, you're supposed to take it easy. Jersey, please. You're supposed to take it easy for a few days. And then I get aggravated that the shot doesn't last longer. Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Jersey, please. I'm so sorry, you guys. And I'm not going to edit it either. But you're supposed to baby it for a little while. You know, ice it. No walk, you know, like exercise type walking. No gym, really. Like the first week after you get it. Then at that point, they feel like it's incorporated and, you know, you should be good, but they still want you to work not get crazy, not be like, okay, it's been a week, now let me go walk my 10 miles. They still want you to slowly get back into your activities and whatnot, and give that foot time too. And I never do that. The day after, I'm back out there walking or in the gym. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do exactly what they told me to do this time. And I'm going to see if by doing what they tell me to do, if I can get a longer period of pain relief in that foot. Anyways, so that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be painful because, not physically, but mentally, because, you know me, I need to work out. So I'm just going to have to like control my calories a little bit more to make up for the fact that I won't be doing stuff. Because I'm just going to rest it like they tell me to. And let's see if that makes a difference in how long I get pain relief. Anyways, you guys, that's the plan. I'm sticking to it. Today for lunch, I'm having a chicken Caesar salad for lunch. That's in the refrigerator waiting for me. I'm not ready for it yet. So I'm just going to edit this video and then just relax. All right, you guys. I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed story time with Debbie, Grammy Debbie. I know. I don't know. I feel like you guys are like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady? Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Make good choices today. Bye.